There's a small group that's controlling a bunch of ways for us to pass along information and a way for us to gain influence. WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram is all controlled by one group. So if that one group does not want something being said, if they were paid for that or whatever, or they're trying to push along an agenda, then guess what? All those platforms, you can't say what the fuck you want to say if it goes against what their agenda is. These people get accused of saying false information, being attacked and shit like that because they're going against the agenda. And it's so fucking obvious right now. Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your bro with the God. Today I'm talking about cancel culture, alright? So if you haven't seen what's going on with Joe Rogan, homie, they're trying to cancel him from Spotify because supposedly he's racist, which is some bullshit. They came out with this clip of a bunch of times that he said the N-word, but he never called anybody the N-word. The way he used the N-word was in a totally different way. He was like repeating what was said in the song. He was repeating what somebody else said. He was repeating the way somebody said something. He never actually called anybody like the N-word or used the N-word any type of racist way. Even with India Ari, right? He says something about her and then supposedly try to make it sound racist. But even she said herself that she does not think he's racist. Now, what's really going on with your boy, Joe Rogan? What's going on is he had doctors on there on his show. Because remember, Joe Rogan, what he does is that he does interviews with people. And they were saying what's going on right now with, this pandemic that's going on. There was questions. Because remember, what Joe Rogan does is that he asks questions. A lot of his shit is like thinking. He talks about the way he thinks, the way he sees things. He asks questions and stuff like that. So he was questioning something that we're not supposed to question. And he had a doctor on there also. So he had his influence. Then he had a doctor who they're also attacking and trying to cancel and stuff like that, who's basically raising questions toward the agenda that they're pushing right now. You guys all know what the agenda is, especially if anybody tries to create any type of content. There's a small group that's controlling a bunch of ways for us to pass along information and a way for us to gain influence. WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram is all controlled by one group. So if that one group does not want something being said, if they were paid for that or whatever, or they're trying to push along an agenda, then guess what? All those platforms, you can't say what the fuck you want to say if it goes against what their agenda is. These people get accused of saying false information, being attacked and shit like that because they're going against the agenda. And it's so fucking obvious right now. Now they're using this cancel culture, which is powered by victim group. What are the top 3 victim groups? The LGBTQ shit, whatever fucking letter shit, right? Basically the ones that supposedly for gay rights. Then the oldest victim group, which is the feminist movement, which supposedly for female rights. Then you have the one that's supposedly for against like racism and shit like that, Black Lives Matter. All these groups push political agendas because these groups, what they do is they don't empower the demographic that they're trying to defend. No. What they do is that they ask for more control from the government about something. They ask, they plead, they beg, they demand for someone else to do something to somebody else to protect the way they feel, to protect whatever they're saying from influencing other people. Basically, forcing control so that way whoever else does not have the free will to listen to them or not listen to them. Basically taking away the person's free will. So basically cancel culture is to control freedom of speech. And they use victim groups to do that. Now these victim groups, I have nothing against black people, gay people, or women. But people in these groups, right? Anybody in these groups, whether they be black, gay, or a woman, if you're black, gay, or a woman, you have friends that are like that, ask them, do they give these groups money? People do not fund these groups. Somebody else is funding these groups because these groups push an agenda. These groups don't really help their demographic. You feel me? They actually help who oppresses their demographic. Yeah, they might get a few things pushed here and there. They basically ask for privileges. Okay, this person could say this person can't say this person could do this person can't do this, right? They empower a certain entity because they keep on asking that entity to do something, to control something. It gives the entity more power when you keep on begging and pleading and asking and shit like that, right? But real people from those demographics don't ask for that type of shit. You feel me? Because nobody respects a victim. Nobody respects someone who asks for pity. Someone who asks and pleads for pity, for somebody else to help them, somebody to protect them. Nobody respects that shit. And people want respect, especially people from those demographics. Black people want respect, women want respect, and homosexuals want respect. Victim groups don't get respect. People don't respect them. People, what they do is that they tread lightly with them because of the entity they keep on crying to protect them. But real people from those demographics don't fuck with those groups. All right, real strong people. Now, the way they validate these groups is that they use celebrities. If someone says something about women, they want to cancel somebody and shit like that, they look up something really old that they said about women and shit. Like right now, people know, don't say shit about gay people, don't say shit about black people, don't say shit about women, because they're going to use these victim groups to cancel you. And they're going to basically use them to create more control around freedom of speech and freedom of expression. People in those demographics don't want that. As I said, people want respect. But they use celebrities to influence people. Now because people believe these celebrities, and people are basically programmed to worship these celebrities and shit. So these celebrities must be right. You know, these are the people that I follow. These are, you know, the people that I watch and listen to the most. And remember, these celebrities are paid by the same oppressors. The same people paying for the victim groups, funding the victim groups, are the same exact people paying these celebrities to say these dumb shit. Anyway, be mindful of cancel culture. Remember, cancel culture is always funded by victim groups. Victim groups are always empowered by celebrities. Real people want real respect. Respect does not come from being a victim. Respect does not come from asking for pity, for asking somebody to do something for you. Respect does not happen like that. And real people know this. Fuck what they're trying to program you to believe. Be mindful of all this and don't keep falling for the same trick over and over and over again, all right? They use these tricks in order to basically poke at your ego, right? Poke at your emotions, get you emotionally involved. They give these groups privileges or fake privileges, you feel me? In order to empower an ego, to basically feed their pride. Give them pride, basically, for being a victim. No one should have pride over being a victim because nobody respects victim. So why would you have pride over being a victim? That makes no sense. People know this. Anyway, stay up, stay clear. Don't let this bullshit hit you, all right? People should stand behind Joe Rogan, you feel me? Empower that man, because what he's doing is that he's helping you. He's talking about questioning things, all right? Question things. Question what doesn't make sense. Look up shit, research shit, think about shit. He's invoking people to think. Anyways, your boy The God. I catch y'all next time. One.